The league, Arsenal's to lose. That is the narrative. They might be getting called boring. They might be getting called predictable. They might be getting called all types of footballing pejoratives. But the mainstream media is now pushing the narrative. City fans are pushing the narrative. Liverpool fans are pushing the narrative. Not all of them, of course, but big percentages that they should. In fact, they will. They must win the Premier League from this point. I want to get your views. I want to get your opinions on this today. Please like, share and subscribe. If you could do that right now, that'd be amazing. Turn on the bell notification button and hype the video as well. Let's take a listen to Gary Neville talking over the weekend on NBC. Let's have a listen to what he says.
In the studio, we've got Lee Dixon and Gary Neville, couple of fullbacks, plenty of chat, of course, about that to come. But, gentlemen, we're going to start by talking about Arsenal. Gary, let me start with you because we know where Lee might go, so I'm going to start with you. Arsenal 4 points clear, as we just saw there at the table. They're 6 points clear of Manchester City, and they're 7 points clear of Liverpool. Do they lose it? Can they lose it from here, even though it's only November?
Do they lose it? Can they lose it? I always love that as a question, first of all. It's 10 games in. Of course they can lose it. Now, can they lose it and do they lose it are two separate questions. But the first one, can they lose it? Yes. Multiple things could happen. Liverpool could click into gear, or City could click into gear and go up a level and win 15 games, 16 games, 17 games on the bounce. Now, for me, as much as Arsenal were in a great position, putting pressure upon a team to win that amount of games in a row, that would be a record, most likely. That'd be one of the greatest records in the history of their club. Putting that kind of pressure on them, I think is a little bit far-fetched. But can they win? Can they lose it? Yes. It's quite obvious. We're 10 games in to a 38-game season.
Look, they can lose it from here, but I think that if you're... I understand why Mikel Arteta, the Arsenal players and even Arsenal fans, maybe Lee will speak shortly, will play down the idea of saying that they have to win it this season. It's obvious that they must win it.
Well, I don't think Arsenal have to win it. I think Mikel Arteta does. I don't think any Arsenal fan shies away from that conversation. Mikel Arteta, I think most fully functioning football fans will go, he helped rebuild the club, took them out of the burning ashes, the crumbling empire, and built them into a team that we're now saying should or shouldn't win league titles. You can ring fence that and go, he did a great job. The last couple of seasons, this being the third, he is being judged on the trophies that he wins, the league title races that he faces, and progression and trying to win the Champions League. Having 3 years when you've been one of the best teams in England and one of the best teams in Europe, winning no trophies at all, will be unacceptable. There is no doubt about that. Every Arsenal fan agrees. So I don't think any Arsenal fan plays that down.
But they're the most consistent team. They've been building up to this now for 3 or 4 seasons. I've actually tipped them for the league in the last 3 years and they've fallen short. And I thought they should have been there last season when Liverpool won it, because I thought if City dropped off, Arsenal had to be the team to do it. I don't think there are going to be many people making excuses for Arsenal this season. That's not me as an ex-Manchester United player applying pressure to Arsenal. I think they're the best team in the league. They've got the right squad.
See, this is a great opportunity, and TV companies don't do this well enough. What are excuses? General question to all of you watching. What are excuses and what are real reasons? Are there any? Are there any? And do they only apply to Arsenal? Because it can't be money spent, because it's pretty much on par with what multiple other teams have spent. It can't be wage bill, because it's on par with what most of the other top clubs have. Is it because the other teams have won trophies, and therefore if you have a bad season, you can be given excuses that... Are those same excuses not allowed for teams that haven't won trophies? It's fine if they are. I'm just trying to understand, and this is where the mainstream media always let us down. It's such a kind of general take. Nobody will be making excuses for Arsenal. I don't think anyone will make excuses. There might be reasons they don't win the league, but why don't we have a conversation and debate over the difference between an excuse, a pitiful reason, and an actual one? Wouldn't that make a lot more sense?
And it's November. It's crazy to suggest that you sort of should win the league from here, but they should. And if you weren't an Arsenal player or fan or coach, you would be saying quite confidently that we are going to win it.
Should they win it from this position? They've got a great opportunity to. I understand. I want to make sure I word this right because I want this to come across correctly. Should they win it from this position? I can understand the arguments to say yes. 6 and 7 points clear over the only other two teams that I think are capable of winning it, and that is Manchester City and Liverpool. I think they can win it. I think they may win it. I'm at a point, and I am still waiting until this weekend to end before I go out and give my new opinion. And I said I would always wait, and I'm going to stand on that. The part of this that I find interesting, and this is where you can differentiate people giving an honest opinion and people trying to set Arsenal up for failure. I get intrigued by the people that say they should win it. They must win it from this point. And then your follow-up question is, okay, I can understand that. How much better do you think they are than Liverpool? How much stronger do you think they are than Man City? How much of a gap do you put between them and the Chelseas and the Tottenhams and the Bournemouths, who are still a chasing pack that could potentially take points off them? What's the differential? That's the part of the conversation I'm intrigued to hear, because I think they can win it from this point. But there's still things Arsenal have got to do. Arsenal have still got to cope with having a lead. They didn't 3 seasons ago. How are they going to cope with the run-in? How are they going to cope with multiple tournaments they're trying to win? FA Cup, League Cups, Champions League especially. I want to have a conversation about these things. It isn't about playing them down and protecting them. Again, that's the low IQ response. Why are you protecting Arsenal? It's not about protecting anybody. It's about the conversation. Because for me, what I find a lot is there's a lot of kind of grandstanding and Arsenal must, Arsenal should. And then when you go into those more detailed conversations, how much better are they than Liverpool? Oh, it's marginal. Okay, so Liverpool about the same level. Yeah. What's the difference if Liverpool click? Oh, I think Liverpool are better if they actually get back to their full best. So a couple of results could go against Arsenal because that's football. Dodgy red card, a game where they just can't score goals, a game where a goalkeeper pulls off worldies. And Liverpool could win a couple that maybe they don't deserve. And you could close the gap quickly. And then it's all in. And you've said that Liverpool are a better team. So why, if Liverpool are the better team, would it be a shock if they catch them? This is the issue I have with content at the moment. I've spent a lot of time over the weekend thinking about this. It isn't that people are quick to shit on Arsenal or quick to shit on Man United or write off Chelsea every opportunity they get. It's there's no explanation. Everything feels very one-dimensional and shallow. Now, if somebody says, I think Arsenal are the better team, I think Arsenal will be better than all the others all season, they've got a really good lead, and therefore I think they'll go on to win the league, and I think they should win it from here, I think that's a pretty rounded opinion, and it holds water. But if it's they should, they must, but I still think Chelsea's squad's better, I still think City have got more better mentality and a better goal scorer and a 10 times better manager, and I still think Liverpool are a better team, the two opinions don't marry up. Because it's the chasing pack who, yes, might be 5, 6, 7 points behind this early in the season. If there's all those games to go and you believe so many other teams are on par or better, it doesn't make sense to say they must, they should, it's theirs to lose. Because you don't believe it's theirs to lose because you think multiple other teams are as good or if not better. And that's what I don't understand. Now, I'm not suggesting Gary Neville said that in this pit. But Gary Neville is putting pressure on them. Gary Neville is saying they must, they should. And I want to get your views on this. I want to understand what you think. Do you agree with Gary Neville? Break it down for me, though. Let's go into some detail. Let's actually have honest footballing conversations without it just being they must, they should, they will, they won't. That's great. That's the what. Give me the how and the why. Like, subscribe and share, please. Make sure that bell notification is turned on as well. And we'll see you all again very, very soon. Peace.